How much water do agricultural crops really need? Imagine trying to grow a garden without knowing how much water each plant needs. It turns out, crops have very specific water requirements that can make or break a farm's success. Crops need water mainly for evapotranspiration, which is the combined water lost from soil evaporation and plant transpiration. This amount varies a lot depending on the crop type, weather, soil, and how long the crop grows. For example, a cornfield needs more water than a wheat field because corn transpires more during its growing season. Water for crops comes from rainfall, stored soil moisture, and irrigation. When rainfall isn't enough to meet the crop's evapotranspiration needs, farmers turn to irrigation to fill the gap. The amount of irrigation needed can be calculated by subtracting effective rainfall and soil moisture from the crop's total water requirement. Different crops use different amounts of water. For instance, rice needs a lot of water because the fields are flooded to help growth. Corn and alfalfa are also high water users, with irrigation often supplying over 50% of their water needs in some regions. On the other hand, crops like soybeans and sorghum use less water, making them more sustainable options in areas with limited water resources. Water sources for irrigation include surface water from rivers and reservoirs, and groundwater from underground aquifers. Over recent decades, groundwater use has increased in many areas, especially where surface water supplies are limited. In the United States, irrigated crops consume over 150 cubic kilometers of water annually, with about 70% coming from irrigation systems. Efficient water use is essential. Practices like precision irrigation, which delivers water directly to plant roots, and better soil moisture management can cut water waste. Using remote sensing technology and water modeling helps farmers and investors make smarter decisions, balancing crop needs with water conservation. For farmland investors, understanding how much water crops need is key. Regions with reliable water supplies and modern irrigation systems tend to have more stable land values. Choosing crops that requiring less water or investing in farms that adopt water-saving technologies can reduce risks linked to water shortages. Monitoring water use trends and regulations is also important because changes in water availability can impact long-term productivity and profits. In the end, crops need water to grow, but how much depends on many factors. Smart water management and choosing the right crops can help farms stay productive while conserving this precious resource. For investors, knowing these details helps in making smarter, more sustainable choices for farmland.